Welcome to Midday. We're visiting now with Monique, who's visiting us from Abbott Wealth Management. Welcome.
Thanks, Katie.
Always so great to have you guys on the show. We were just talking about how Mark last week was so engaging and had so much to talk about with the markets and everything that's going on.
Yeah.
But you have an excellent topic this week as well. We're talking about myths.
Yes, well, there is some misconception about financial planning and financial advice. So I did bring along a couple of slides. If we go to our first slide, one of them is a planner or advisor only gives me advice on investing, which is interesting because selecting the right investment is definitely important for your personal finances, but it's just one part of it, though.
Right.
Financial planner or advisor looks at a whole different financial aspects of a person's life. And for an example, we're talking about taxes, insurance, retirement planning, estate planning, liquidity requirements.
So many components
Absolutely,
to
and other, you know, life goals.
Yeah, I know that's something that surprised me the first time I sat down with a financial advisor, and I thought, oh, there's so much more to this. I thought he was just going to look at bottom line and what's currently happening. Yeah, so that's
so the main thing is for that financial planner or advisor to look at the objective or objectives and let these various components be combined and develop a strategy to make them work together. That's kind of in essence what it is.
Excellent.
The second one is having a financial planner means I don't need to learn anything about investing.
Yeah.
Well, whether or not you have an advisor, I think the best thing you can do is actually to educate yourself and be engaged. So if you're currently holding investment, look at what you currently have or try to understand what you own and why you own it and what is the basic principle from an investment discipline or philosophy. And
so staying engaged with that advice as well, not just handing it over and walking away.
But also the feeling, you know, if the market will fluctuate one way or another, but how do I deal with those emotions too? So, and that's really important.
Okay.
So the third one is only wealthy people need a financial advisor. So there's definitely a cost to get all these financial components working together for you. However, you don't have to be rich to get your financial household in place.
In fact, in order to get your financial household into place, you need an advisor. So
I would definitely think so. Yeah,
best to start early.
Yeah. So a lot of people may think, okay, well, I'm way too young to even start thinking about it,
or
the other side, or too old. I mean, and what's the point now? Now I've almost, you know, at retirement age or even later on.
That's a great point.
But nevertheless, that doesn't have to be the case either, because we all go through different stages of life and also with our goals.
Right.
So, and I think it's definitely helpful to benefit from a plan, because it's like driving through Canada without your GPS or a road map and no end destination.
Yeah.
So it's important to have goals. I mean, short-term 1 to 3 year goals, mid-term is 4 to 7, and then the long-term goals 9 years or up. And, you know, identify these and get a plan together of how to achieve these.
Right. But there's never a magical moment where people say, oh, now I have the right amount of money to have a financial advisor. Never too early and never too late.
No, exactly. And the other thing too is, you know, not everything will go according to plan either. So
be ready to veer.
And my next one is actually I'll get financial planning once and then be done. And it's funny because I could actually use a doctor metaphor for this particular one, because you wouldn't get one checkup during your whole lifetime, would you?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that makes no sense whatsoever. Absolutely. So yeah, while your advisor is going through or guide you through the different life changes, hopefully, it is definitely beneficial if there is a certain change in your life, like a marriage breakdown, a sudden death, buying or selling a home, having children, so now protection of your family from an unexpected death, or not being able to work becomes more important. These are details that your planner or advisor definitely needs to know. So the point being taken here is actually you cannot put your life, you know, on autopilot and just be done with it. No, you need to be on top of it. And the last slide I did bring along is actually advice, or the value of advice. It has a significant impact on the growth of your financial household if you do have a financial advisor or planner. And studies shows that 4 to 6 years of advice can increase your assets more than 1.5 times in comparison to people who don't, or don't receive any advice. And this becomes nearly twice the assets after 7 to 14 years and almost triple after 15 years.
Wow.
And I think the main key is, do you trust your current financial planner advisor? Do you feel comfortable with him or her? And they are on the same side of the table as you are. They like to have you accomplish your goals.
Absolutely.
So yeah, the only thing I can say is then don't hesitate and start to take some action on your finances.
Great. And continue to take that action with your finances. Like you said, don't engage once and then feel like, oh, well, I did that. Good for me.
It's a continual process, and
Excellent. So take advantage of these great resources. Like you said, you would ask a doctor, you would ask a professional in other fields, and it's no different for your financial health.
Absolutely.
Great. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks,
always
Katie.
such great tips. I always learn something and look forward to you guys coming on. If you'd like more information, you can visit abbottwealth.com. We'll be back in just a minute for more Midday.